Universal basic income is the one I think is ahead of its time.
Oh my God, that is such a no-brainer. I'll bet you whatever money you have.
I'm not betting you, Daniel.
Universal basic income is a no-brainer that is inevitable to happen. He's just ahead of the curve. This, I guarantee you that this will happen in the United States and the rest of the world. It will have to. As you continue to see automation take over truck driving jobs and, you name it across the board, there's just not going to be enough jobs for people. And the UBI is going to help with a VAT tax, of course, that pays for it. It's going to be inevitable. Like, that's a thing that's happening.
Truck driving automation will take care of itself. All those drivers are 55 and older over the next 20 years, 15 years as they retire and they get replaced. We just won't have to backfill them. Bam.
Won't have to. So then what happens to the younger generation? Like, that's
the
30 million
drivers
jobs
who aren't
in the United
driving
States.
Trucks now, they'll get other jobs.
No. So if you eliminate 30 million of those jobs, malls continue to close because Amazon can just send you stuff. So there's no point. There's no more retail. Fast food workers can be replaced. Factory workers can be replaced. All right. So I see a lot of jobs being replaced. And then, so maybe there's some more tech jobs that open up. But for who?
And tech jobs don't open up in the same ratio. That's why those jobs went away, right?
And what kind of education do you need, right?
Yeah, and that one job replaces 10 or 12 or 15.
Exactly.
Right? That's what happens, right? Yeah. So I get that. Having said that, the idea that new jobs won't pop up, to me, is synonymous with saying that human wants are satiable, that people won't just keep desiring more and more things. There will always be new jobs because the standard of living will just keep increasing. And as things get automated, people will have more stuff and there'll be more jobs.
The issue that you're facing is the type of jobs that will be available. These new jobs, they will be available to people of means that can go to college, go to university and study and, get a background in tech or whatever like that. But your average Joe who doesn't have the luxury of, paying for college or anything like that, the working man, if you will, of average or below average intelligence, the jobs available for them are going to continue to dissipate. And that's dangerous. And that's a problem, I think.
I think that it is definitely an inevitability. But I think that Yang is ahead of his time with it. I don't think we're ready for it now, and I don't think it's necessary yet. But I do agree. Like I always say, the Star Trek model is coming. That age where there's a zero scarcity time period for humanity is eventually coming, but we're not there yet.
Does he say?
Close.
I'm not familiar with this UBI plan that much, but it's only going to net taxpayers, right?
No, everybody,
everyone.
If you're 18 or above, you'll get $1,000 a month, period, right? The way that they pay for that, the major way you pay for that is with a VAT tax, a value-added tax. And the thing that people were calling that regressive, it isn't regressive because all necessities, toothpaste, toothbrushes, all those things that people will need, that's exempt from VAT. If you buy a yacht and you pay $1 million for a yacht, you pay 1.1. That goes into the system, and spreads the wealth a little bit. It's essentially also replacing a lot of government wasted programs like food stamps. I don't think you need food stamps anymore. If you just give people money themselves and allow them the opportunity to choose for themselves, how do I want to spend this money, right? Like, you spend all this money on these programs, right? Which I don't want and I don't use. Just give me the money and I'll figure it out myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For people who don't know, like maybe Americans, a VAT tax is very similar to a sales tax. It's not based on what you earn. It's based on what you buy. And he just wants everything to be, I'll call it 10% more expensive, except for the most necessary things. Us New Jersey guys are used to that in our sales tax. Toilet paper, clothing, that's not taxed. Restaurants, fun stuff, that's taxed. That's how the VAT tax would work. And then they'll take all that money and then they'll just give it to everybody, $1,000 a month to everybody over 18. And it's kind of neat. They're like, even to millionaires? He's like, everybody. And I like that in a government service as a general philosophy. Buttigieg, who's kind of my guy, is like, some of his plans don't apply to wealthy people. And it's like, fuck off, right? And I say that because, what if I said, hey, a couple of people on this call, you've got police. A couple of people, you buy your own police because, you can afford it. A couple of people here, you buy your own fire department. Oh, public library? That's not for you. You can bite me. No. That's not how government services are supposed to work. Everybody. Don't put income checks on everything so that the people who pay the most tax get the least services. That's crazy.
It also lowers the cost of implementing things like that, right? It's like, now we don't need a whole group of people like the IRS to be doing the fucking algebra to figure out if you qualify for a fire department and a police department, or if can we do a bundle? Can I get the whole bundle where I get fire, rescue, EMS, police. No, I don't want. Can we go a la carte on this? I don't need police. No, like that's just waste. So giving it to everyone is probably honestly even cheaper.
Possibly, yeah, and it's also moral.
I don't
to
know
me.
enough to
Like,
dispute that.
yeah,
No one can. That's what I said.
yeah. So I don't mean to be self-serving on it, but yeah, like I feel like there's a morality problem when you just start exempting people from government services because they should.
No, we should fucking
punished.
eat the rich.
Bernie Sanders did say, he said billionaires should not exist. And I was wondering whether that meant like line them up and shoot them all, eat them as you said, or just like take all their money, put them in prison. I don't know.
They look
I'm
like
a
a
big fan
tender
of Bernie's
bunch.
plan to redistribute good pussy for everyone. Yeah.
Who did
believe
say
that-
something like that?
That's Bill Clinton for sure.
No. Somebody.
Well, I mean,
Jordan
I'm gonna get the
Peterson.
best pussy, but
Jordan
you guys will be
Peterson
fine.
said that. He like his incel solution could be interpreted as women should just give up that pussy more often.
That's hilarious. Jordan
Yeah.
Peterson, you said?
Well, I think he corrected his phrasing.
why people
Yeah.
can be upset about being an incel when you could just take prescription pills.
But yeah, Jordan Peterson felt like this. There's like this whole subsection of guys who aren't getting laid and who have all sorts of destructive negative behavior who would just be better off if women would fuck them a little more.
Just
Think
doesn't
about
like
how much better
artificial
the school
scarcity.
shooting situation would get if
If
high
girls
schools
would
were getting
take
laid
one
a
for the
little more.
team now and then, right?